People, welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, as is customary, every December, every Christmas time, robberies start to skyrocket because every little thief, every little 87 decides they're gonna work overtime. Right? That them save them energy through the year, do a look at one thing here and a one thing here, but December and Christmas time, them work ethic get crazy. Now, we're hearing about a couple incidences and we're going to talk about them right now. And the first one we're going to talk about is, I'm going to show you a scene that took place, like if you understand it happened somewhere in St. Andrew, right, where a robbery go down, people them quickly call police them use Jamaica Eye, right, and the police emergency communication center, and them quickly catch the man them, right, they were traveling in a Toyota Isis, and the police them recover illegal weapon, pure cell phone, pure handbag and purse, so you know so they've been going around all day, right, and just rob people and I drive off. I want you to look at your screen right now before I go any further because I'm going to show you the pictures of the 87s after police hold them. But before me go any further, as they were showing the pictures of the man them with them all on, one of the pictures them was a group of police officers standing around. I want to look on the screen right now. I know this might be a bit of a diversion, but I've thought about this. You see the way this officer is holding his weapon? It nudged my teeth. You know when people say something nudge your teeth? Right? I don't know why, right, but it's a very common thing when I see with enough JST officers. I don't know where the man them learn this cause I'm pretty sure them not teach them this in a police training, right? I mean, most people are thinking to themselves, what's the big deal? Listen, this is a ridiculous way to hold. It's not a handbag. It is not a handbag, right? Get a grip of that weapon. It is so annoying when the police hold them weapon like this. Right? I say I know people think themselves, that's not a big deal. Trust me, this is a big deal. A matter of fact, this right here, so need at least 300 push-up for do this. A matter of fact, if the right sergeant or the right sergeant major catch you, I hold a weapon like this, you get PT till the eyeball them drop out of your head. But I don't know what the correct protocols are for JSAFE, but trust me, the money need to stop it. They need to stop it. That muzzle control, right, having a firm grasp on your weapon, I can draw a list of like 10 things. The money need to take this thing serious. They need to take this thing serious, right? Not because you're in a group of squaddies stand up and attack. You're in one of the most violent nations on earth, right? Get a grip of that weapon, get a grip of that muzzle, stop holding it like a handbag, right? This is serious business. Very serious business, right? Now, this is the picture of the 87s in the Bolan Pan in the vehicle. Don't worry, I'll get to the JUTC soon. But just want somebody to tell me in the comment section. The brother where you see on your screen, the third, is the third person in the middle, or third from the left. Now the filler jacket. Can somebody tell me what going on with him foot? How going on with that brother foot right there? So is he standing on his ankles like that? Because this youth is literally standing upon him ankle. Him literally stand up on him ankle. Him wait upon him ankle, or is he disabled? I don't know, because if you look on the rest of the youth, them stand up like, well, normal people. But this one, if you look at one, look at how him left foot set, then look on how him right foot set. This youth is defying the laws of gravity. We're looking at a magician before our very eyes. This youth should not be standing upright. Right? Based on how the right foot they set and the left foot they set, he should not be standing upright. After him got jail and then process him, and him carry scene or him mother go bail him out, they need to send this youth go work around a circus. This youth clearly, if he can do this, if he can twist up his foot like that and stand upright, this youth may have a level of flexibility in him joints them, where he need to go work in a circus and make some money, put on the robbery thing and left badness alone, left thieving alone, and go make some money. Right. This is defying logic. I don't even understand what I'm looking at right now. Right, I don't understand what I'm looking at right now. Unless unless he's disabled, in which case, I mean, disabled man, I rob people, I don't know. Right. But as I say, we might be looking at somebody who is potentially of the future to become some kind of big circus act. Right, and I know you might be laughing, but them circus act, they make big money, right? You might see him on your TV with Davy Blaine and them and they, right? I do some kind of stunt with an elephant, right? Either balance on elephant head or the elephant a balance on female head, but he might be of a level of flexibility where I don't know. The suit is defying all kind of physics and logic right now. Right. But anyway, let's get into the JUTC incident. We're hearing disturbing reports that 2 JUTC drivers, right? My name don't work, and this happened out at Rockford, the Rockford depot. My name don't work, just like any other normal day. Jump in a taxi, right? When I'm looking at a taxi, them see a bag of man at the car. So naturally, what you think? Oh, everything alright. You see, what people normally what I'm saying is, oh, don't get in a vehicle if I was the driver alone in there, or the driver and a one man. But if you see a taxi with 3 people, you are thinking to yourself, well, this is safe. Plus a 2 man, so the man then get in a taxi, next thing you know, then get taken away. Man then kidnap them. 4 hours, them a drive up and down with the man them not care for. Now, I don't know what kind of robbery style that. Normally, I know some man rob man and them done rob, then throw them out. Some them know if them look somewhere to kill the man them and dash them, and them a debate amongst each other what them to do or whatever. I don't know, right? But fortunately, the man them escape with their life, right? But this is how you know, say, thief. People, when they can't see this what if sympathy one have for thief. I'm telling you, one they can't feel sorry for thief. It's one thing to be a thief, but you say a thief without conscience. The man them, not just that the man them money, you know, and the man them valuables, you know, phone and them thing the way you know it's alright. Naturally, you expect thief I go take them thing there. Them take all the man them work ID. You have some thief, when them a take things when have no use to them. Them a take a driver's license. They might take a TRA in your social security number. They might take a passport. Right? You might take a fitness. You might take some things that have no use except what could just cause your life hell to get them back. We are thief the man in company ID. What you are going to drive the bus? So after you thief the man you are going to the JUTC depot now go start work with the man in ID. Them look like they set people back. Right. If you get a next TRA and get a next license, get a next, then can't just take the phone and take the money. The man a thief with no conscience behind it. The man live in thief with no logic. The man take things that not have no purpose to them whatsoever. But it's like them get off from seeing people suffer. Them get off from knowing so they know cause hindrance in our people's life and you have to take time off of work to get back this and get back that. Is that them get a little buzz by doing that. Some sick people thief all the money in company ID. Right. But one of the people in Jamaica if you understand something. This December, this Christmas season, stay up on your guard. Remember the next case where them use a woman to make the other woman feel comfortable to come to the car? Because again, if you see a taxi come and you're looking at the taxi and see another woman, you think to yourself, okay, everything's safe. Not knowing says a kerosene, a help, or a criminal 87 or a criminal driver friend to take you away. Just like that. The reality is, the Jamaican people are defenseless. Even forget something as simple, right? I don't want to say simple because obviously they can damage it, but even if you get something like a pepper spray, you have to apply for a license. Can you imagine license pepper spray? I mean, you have to laugh, you have to take bad things make joke. Maybe about license gun, but license pepper spray, right? It's actually a controlled product under the Firearms Act, right, and the Offensive Weapon Prohibition Act, right? So yes, you have to apply, right, and them say, alright, you are now licensed to carry pepper spray. I understand, say, if you just make it free for all and mischief people are going to use it this and people, then guess what? Use the same law and say if you misuse pepper spray, if you buy it and go use it for an eye glance on the body, then you will be charged like any other weapon. Just like how you can go in a store, go buy a knife, right? You can go buy a cutlass, but if you just take it up and go cut somebody, then they get serious charge. Why the pepper spray can be the same thing? Why people, especially females, can just buy the pepper spray and if they misuse it, If them use it to harm somebody, in a case where it's not justified, then just charge them. Treat it like a knife. Oh man, if you have licensed pepper spray. Licensed pepper spray, dog. I mean, it's one thing if you get a license of a licensed pepper spray. You have to go sit down in front of somebody. You're telling me a Jamaican woman who lives in one of the most violent nations on planet Earth, a nation where man put 81-year-old woman on their knees and shut out them face and then run down 6-year-old girl and kill them. Females who live in that country have to go sit down in front of somebody and explain to them why they need one license pepper spray. Treat the thing just like how you treat a knife. Dog. You can walk around to go buy a knife, and if you misuse it, use it wrong place. If you use it for joke down somebody, use it for you have somebody have an argument and you unjustifiably use it, they get charged. Treat pepper spray the same way. Say listen, you can go buy on a spray, but if you have one next woman an argument, you just take it and spray it in her eye, we go charge you and say they go to jail for this and that. Fine, because we know say, listen, we know the culture already, people are going to misuse it, but when they misuse it, then just punish them. Why are law-abiding people having to go through all this and go through all that? I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me, right? Because these, remember, you know, tougher laws only affect people who respect laws in the first place. So when you think, okay, we just make it harder to get pepper spray, make it harder to get, will not only affect law-abiding people who can't or won't try buy out and bribe nobody. License pepper spray, dog. Come on. Let the woman get some pepper spray, right? I mean, I guess it'd be good if, obviously it wouldn't be just women, but it's more likely that women will be the one who will go after pepper spray, right? But based on all the places around, everybody might have to go have one, right? Since they now free up the gun thing, free up the pepper spray. Because I'll tell you what, in a car situation, especially in a tax situation, I try to take with somebody, a pepper spray might even be better than a gun. Yes, in that, if you're tightly pressed up against somebody in a taxi, and somebody try to take it away, right? If you have a weapon, you probably go tucked in your waist or tucked in your, if you get to it and go, a pepper spray with already in your hand will be very effective. Very effective. Don't underestimate it. Pepper spray can stop anybody, right? Anybody. And you have different concentrations and you have different strong ones. I mean, the pepper spray was strong enough to stop bears, right? If a bear a charge them have some spray, it means when a bear have to stop, right? So, I don't know. I feel like if your favorite female politicians and your favorite celebs, if them they really care about them, feel them that show them weight behind some things actually will be useful in the real world. Real world. We're not just sitting and post no quotes on a hashtag mode strength of a woman. No. The woman them need some kind of help. Right. And since we know the gun thing already, fine. Free up pepper spray. I guarantee you man will think twice. If them know say the average Jamaican woman a walk up and down with a pepper spray in her hand, I guarantee you the man I will think twice. Right. And as me say, the man then can use it too. Right. When the man feel like them have too much pride for using the pepper spray. So next time you see your favorite politician, ask them what go on for the laws them surround pepper spray. It's not illegal by the way, it's legal, but as me say you have to get a license. At least that's what I am aware of the last time I checked, right? But a couple years ago, because I remember one time Jamaican entrepreneur was trying to bring out a product, right? And the product basically was using Scotch bonnet pepper. I think the name of the lady was Yannick Page, right? And as me say, for formula, then they get all kind of scientists to blend up something and Scotch bonnet unite. So you don't know Scotch bonnet pepper catching in your ear, you don't know that guy already. Right, no care who you be, you have to go stop. Right, you have to go stop. And in these situations, in these kidnapping situations, all you need is 1 single second. And that single second can be the difference between you escaping or dead. All you need is enough to make them rub them yaya, stop doing what do so you can jump out of the car or run gun down the road. That's all they need. Right? Pepper spray are not lethal. Right? The man they get pepper spray and drop them and dead. Right? Some don't understand why you have to go through all of this and prove this and prove that. It's ridiculous. Free up the thing. Free up the thing. Like, with the ball phone make it easier for law-abiding people get weapons and we not budge. Alright, free up pepper spray then. Come on. Joke thing this now. I get out of hand. Ask your local MP and your local councillor and your favorite senator why them not going in a parliament go defend practical things that can help people in the real world. I start up a chatting. Whole heap of quotes and a whole heap of hashtags, right, and big speech. That not help nobody, right? In a situation where you don't want care and you realize, hold on, I take the money and take away, you think so you can say, hold on, them is a thief. Hello? Is it CIB? Yeah, I'm getting take away one care right now. Hold on, them is a thief. Yeah, one pro box. I think we'll go downtown. Alright, come look for me. And I say it work. You know, I get the chance to make the call. Right. Give the people them a chance. Give the people them a chance. A fighting chance. This is why I can't really take Jamaican elections and politics seriously, because every election time come on when the people them need to demand things that can literally save them life and the life of them loved ones. Them now have nothing to say, them now have no questions to ask. Pure foolishness. Pure gimmicks. Imagine sending off your daughter to school, right? And when you send her off and you check for make sure she have this and she have that, you say, hold on, see if you get a pepper sprayer. Can you imagine that day? What you mean? Teenagers can have phone and have iPad and all that kind of thing. Why them can't have something that them and they can save them life? I want them to know. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Vulture squad, stay circling. Bless.